Hi, Simon. We're so excited about this film.
Oh, it's fantastic. No, I'm really pleased with how that looks. It's
Yeah,
amazing.
and also just this kind of way of working of,
Yeah.
how immediate and quick it's been to
No,
work
I
on.
mean-
I guess that kind of feeds into the whole
Yeah.
thing of how you're working now as well.
Well,
and
exactly. That's the thing. I've been working on the AI for, I don't know, a couple of years now, but it's just incredible how, you can have an idea and then within hours it's there, in front of you. It's wonderful.
we obviously did that Tumblr takeover with you years
That's
ago,
right,
and,
yeah.
you famously have your scrapbooks. But I'm someone that's always worked very much with sketchbooks and scrapbooks, and I can imagine how, when you think in that way, being able to have something active where you feed it references and it feeds you something back, and you have that.
That's the thing. That's the beauty, because I've got a huge bank of visual references, physically, but also in my head. You know what I mean? So it's quite nice to be able to kind of draw on all of that and actually use it for something now. It's been very rewarding.
From that physical archive, do you often photograph it and give the AI those images?
Yeah. I do sometimes. I mean, the way I do the AI is it's a real mixture. I mean, sometimes I'll think about something and then I'll Google images and feed that in, or I'll just use words and it will come up with stuff, or I'll use stuff of my own, whether stuff I've got stored on the computer or actually in my scrapbooks themselves. It's a nice blend.
I mean, what were some of the sort of prompts and references that you were thinking about for this? I mean, there's obviously a series of different images that we've used to make into this film.
Sure.
And there are glimpses of things that I feel like I can perhaps see. I've obviously been working with the AI for a couple of years, and obviously online as well, there's already a huge body of your work that it pulls off. And I'm so interested in that relationship, because obviously we work with AI a lot, and that kind of push and pull and kind of trying to shape something together. How do you find that relationship in terms of it refining your work and, refining it into different characteristics and things? Do you find that limiting, or do you find it...
No, far from it. I think I find it quite freeing when one is doing, say, working in a team, doing styling or whatever. That can be more limiting because, you are prey to other people's decisions and things. Whereas this is purely I'm making the decisions, I'm being total editor. I'm not by nature kind of autocratic. I used to very much enjoy the kind of organic shared process of what a shoot can, bring out. But I'm actually very much enjoying the opposite of that now, where I am totally in control on the AI. So I'm finding it's almost like I'm really exploring the real me, if that doesn't sound too pompous. You know what I mean? I'm really kind of getting to the nitty-gritty of what is my aesthetic. So, yeah.
I can see where that gratification, comes from, when you see a reference and you think there's something interesting in it, being able to interact with it in an immediate way and discover further.
Well, exactly. It's a very lengthy editing process. You know what I mean? I produce literally thousands of images to get to probably the one that I want, or the few that I want. It's quite a lengthy process getting exactly what you want, toing and froing, but that's all quite enjoyable as well. I'm using things like detailed studio photograph, advertising style lighting, masculine young man dancing like he's in a nightclub, stocky muscular physique, close cropped hair, styled in a very vivid, colourful outfits.
It's interesting, the vivid, colourful outfit part, because I also wonder, coming back to that idea that the AI has, grown with you and also knows kind of what else to pull from. I felt hints of kind of Dream the World Away, the film that you did.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I think, that's certainly very much part of my whole own aesthetic. Whether it knows that, because I didn't put that in as a reference.
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's what I think is interesting. And, there's even some of the images from the face in the 80s, and just the colours and like the combat trousers and the...
Sure, it'll come up with a load of stuff.
Yeah, that's interesting.
I'll respond to the ones that I like, as it were. So that is my aesthetic anyway, it's kind of bright, silly clothing. So,
you shaping it actively, right? Kind of that back and forth.
I'm looking at some of the pictures I've put in. I mean, it's like there's a bodybuilder in a sort of apple green singlet. It all feeds in to that. Yeah, it's following my lead. Certainly using Midjourney, because it's recently come out with a new version 7, which is just amazing. I mean, the streets ahead of what it was doing before in terms of clarity and detail. You can do this kind of learning. It learns from you. So it puts up 2 images and you choose A or B, and you do that. You can do that hundreds of times. And by doing that, it will learn your preferences. And I think over time it learns that, it's learned that I like things that are much more realistic and not so fantastic. Because I wasn't never doing it to fool people. It was just kind of a bit of lightheartedness. So I try now to be a little bit more kind of give clues away, and I'll always put hashtag AI or Midjourney or whatever as well in there, just to kind of make sure that they know.